Let us start third program, discussing third program. The question is, write a program using user defined function to calculate simple interest amount using simple interest method, compound interest method, and find the difference between simple interest and compound interest. Okay, the question is, write a Python program using user defined function. That's one thing, important thing. Two methods must be there. One is to calculate simple interest, one method. Another method is to calculate compound interest. Then they are asking the difference between simple interest and compound interest, difference between two methods. Is very simple and easy program for science students also, commerce students also. Commerce students are knowing what is simple interest, what is the formula of simple interest very well, but science students have to remember the formula. Here the simple interest program is there. Simple interest will be calculated by using SI function, then compound interest will be calculated by using CI function. First I will tell what is simple interest, why it is used, what is compound interest, why it is used. Normally if you go to bank or any other financial institution to take loan or to keep a deposit, normally they will charge interest. Simple interest means there is no compound interest in that. Simple interest means only interest they will give you or they will charge you based on the interest rate. There is no compound interest on that. Okay, compound interest means the interest will be calculated yearly base, then the accumulated interest is there, no, on that also they are again calculating interest. That is called as compound interest. Difference between simple interest and compound interest is simple interest is charged continuously. There is no interest on interest. That is a simple interest. Compound interest means if the interest is accumulated, on that interest again they are going to calculate interest. That is called as compound interest. Okay, the formula is simple interest formula is P star T star R divided by 100. P means principal amount, T means time in years, R means rate of interest in a percentage. Okay, so now for example, if you take you are going to deposit 10,000 in any bank, then the year, how many years you are going to keep that deposit in bank. For example, you are keeping 1 year only, then the interest will be calculated based on the percentage. For example, if you are going banker is going to charge 10%, then the calculation will be P means 10,000 we have given, 10,000 into term is 1 year we given 1 into rate of interest we told 10%, then divided by 100, that will be the simple interest for 1 year. In compound interest there will be little complicated formula, you should by heart it. P star in bracket 1 plus R divided by 100, then star star T minus P. Students, you know that calculation will be done whatever it is there in the bracket by using Bodmer's rule. Then multiplication is there, then star star is there. You know that operator star star, I am not going to explain that same, but you remember the formula. The program part here also same. This much is the program part. First this much will be executed. From the user it is asking enter the principal amount, whatever amount they are going to deposit. Then that will be converted into float and stored it in a float variable p. Then year also you can specify year, then it will be stored in the variable t. Then you can specify the interest rate in percentage. That means you need not type percent, but you type the number. Then float, normally interest rate will be in a float only, 8.5%, 9%, 10.5%, like that. So we used all variables as a float. Then this much is the calculation part. Here the observe the changes. I used SI variable and SI function name. Remember, function name is different, variable name is different, both are not same. Okay, so I used both as the same, because students should understand programming part. Whatever you create variable, that is a programming part variable. Function is different. Global variable, local variable concept will be used here. Okay, now simple interest function name is itself SI. I called SI function, then passed ptr as a argument, and it will receive here as parameter. Then it will return, after calculating, p star t star r and divide it by 100 and return the answer to the same place. The answer will be stored in SI variable. Similarly, compound interest function is called p star t star r. The all variables are p t r. Then it will receive here the calculation formula will be p star something. Okay, then the answer will be returned to the ci variable. Now you are going to calculate. Normally ci is a higher value, having higher value than si value, because here interest will be charged on accumulated interest, so always ci will be higher value than si. So you deduct it, ci value, deduct si value, and store the difference in d variable. Okay, so you can display it over here. Just a displaying part, print simple interest, print compound interest, and print the difference. Here we can reduce this line, one line we can reduce. Directly we can use this coding over here, instead of writing multiple times same coding, you can write over there. Now execution part we will see. See execution part, it is asking enter principal amount. Then I am going to write 10,000 as I told example. Then year I am going to say 1. Then percentage I am going to say 10. It's easy to calculate. See now it has calculated simple interest as 1000 and simple compound interest also 1000. There is no difference between interest calculation, because interest will be calculated for 1 year. So if you keep for 1 year, simple interest also same, compound interest also same. As I told, compound interest will be calculated on accumulated interest. Again I am going to execute the same 10,000. I am going to keep it for 2 years. The percentage is 10. Now you see the compound interest rate for 2 year 1000. So for 2 years simple interest is 2000, but compound interest is more, 2100. So 100 is the difference, because instead of keeping the amount in bank in a simple interest, you will get only 2000. If you keep it in a compound interest rate, you will get 2100. So 100 rupees you are getting extra for 2 years. If you keep the amount larger amount, for example if you say you are keeping 1 lakh for 5 years, the interest rate is same 10%. The difference, see here, In a simple interest rate, if you keep the amount in bank for 5 years, you are getting only 5000. But if you keep it in a compound interest rate, you are getting 6000 something. That means that sorry, not 6000, it's a 61,000. Now the difference amount will be 11,000. Which one is benefited? Compound interest is benefited for us. Okay, thank you.